is life? Is it a product of chemistry and materialistic processes, or is it something way beyond? Let's explore this question. Good day, everyone. In the previous episode, we discussed the matter of abiogenesis, which is the creation of life from non-life. It is what materialists and evolutionists, chemical evolutionists, claim is the origin of life. Simple chemical materials just came together by chance and formed a living cell. We explained that this is impossible according to the laws of physics and chemistry, specifically the second law of thermodynamics. But we will go beyond this point, because this is not the only obstacle. There is the aspect of life, because we know that bringing chemical materials together does not spawn life, even if the material are already synthesized organic materials. Even beyond that, if you bring a living cell and you kill the cell, so the cell already has all the material needed for life. It has a cell membrane, it has a cytoplasm, it has its nucleus, it has its apparatus. It is as a complete cell there. But if it dies, no matter what you do, you cannot bring it back to life. This says clearly that the element of life is an element on top of the material composition of the cell. So the material of a cell does not make it a living cell. The material of a cell plus life makes it a living cell. Previously in history, more than 100 years ago, when scientists were real scientists, when they considered science a way of explaining reality the way it is, not the way we want it or they want it to be, they called this the vital force or vitality. They said that there is this vital force in every living thing that is driving chemistry so that chemistry will perform what is necessary to life. And the obvious evidence were in front of everybody. But then there is something else. There is the aspect of identity. So we have this body. This body has many cells. And we might die, but the cells of our body, if you look to them under a microscope, are still alive. So when you're looking at individual cells, there is an element of life. But when you look to a creature, a human being, an animal, an insect, you are looking at a living creature who has identity. And this identity creates an extra level of life which drives the individual cells to work together to sustain and maintain the life of the complete creature or organism. Within the body of this cell, the cells are selfless. An immune T-killer cell can go to one cell and give it an instruction to self-destruct when the whole organism recognizes that this cell is a danger to its survival. What is making life work together as a team? Well, there is this thing which is a soul. And when you have a set of cells together plus a soul, the aspect of identity comes into perspective. Now, there are two types of souls in this life. There are souls who are given free will, which is human beings, and there are souls who do not have free will. This was a choice that was made by every being at a specific point of time, and scripture tells us about that. There are verses, for example, in the Holy Quran that specifically describe this event of creatures choosing to give up their free will and obey the rules, and others choosing to have free will. And when a creature disposes of his free will, he is living this life exactly according to the preset rules. If the rules say that an ant will put the life of the hive, or a bee will put the life of the hive as the number one priority, you see bees self-destroying or self-sacrificing to save the hive. You see ants doing the same. You see many creatures doing the same. They just live by the rules. We have never heard, for example, of a feminist movement between elephants, or actually a masculine movement between elephants, claiming, for example, the rights of male elephants to live in the elephant tribe after newborns have arrived. We have not seen the queen lioness wanting to take the place of Simba. Simba will always be Lion King. These are the rules. But in the case of human being, there is a third stage of life, of consciousness. It is a soul that has taken the green light for free will. We are the only creature living on the face of the earth that has the ability to voluntarily obey the rules or to deny the rules and become disobedient. And this is essentially the reason we are here. We are here not only to experience life and become part of the ecosystem of the marvelous creation. We are here to choose to believe and worship, and hence live in harmony with the rest of creation, be happy here and hereafter, or choose to disobey, break the rules, disbelieve, conceal, destroy, and oppress. Suffer the consequences here and hereafter. Now the question is, while materialism and evolution fail to answer each and every single question of those, how come chemistry cannot deliver life? How come even organic chemistry cannot deliver life? How come you cannot bring a dead cell back to life? How come cells are working together to produce an identity of a creature? And how come we have free will? Still, some people would call it science. What is your experience and your observation? And what do you believe? Are you a machine? Or you are a person who has a body, a soul, and a self that has identity and wants to connect to its creator and live happily here and hereafter? I leave you with this thought. Thank you for listening to this message. Please share it with those who need it, and see you again soon.